Trump said what? This will be the greatest missed opportunity financially in our living history. Trump launched yesterday. Trump said, you better go and buy stocks now. He's warned people twice. The first time he warned, it pumped. This is the second warning. And what I've been telling you guys is that this is going to go parabolic on the back end of the year. And as we've walked through this is methodically planned out. There's many different things happening spiritually, financially, and mentally. There's a massive separation in consciousness from the left hemisphere to the right hemisphere. We're in the age of Aquarius, full authenticity. We're moving from an old archaic banking system to a new, faster banking system. You're going to start to see religious structures start to break down, cooperativity, a system that is fair and equitable. And for one time in our lifetime, our living experience, we actually get to invest in the infrastructure. And that's exactly what we did since 2020. And it radically transformed our family's life. And on the back end of this year, I predict around July, August, you're going to see this thing go flying through the roof. But the interesting thing about the public is it doesn't matter how blunt he is. People are so indoctrinated and so skeptical that they're going to remain to stay in the same cycle. But you can't put old wine with new wine, and you can't put old patches on new garments. The change is actually here. So let's dive right in. Yesterday was wild, guys. It was absolutely wild. So Trump is sitting here. The person I want you to pay attention to, oh, you can't see the circle. Okay, see Trump right here. I don't know which way it's looking. You got JD Vance and the gentleman right next to JD Vance, Howard Lutnick. Did I say it correctly? People keep commenting. Lutnick. The guy's a juggernaut in Bitcoin. So he is a big person in Cantor. His son runs Brandon Lutnick. Is it Lutnick? Did I get it right this time? Lutnick runs Cantor. Okay, that linked up with SoftBank, that they're a Bitcoin treasury. They literally lend to companies in crypto. They are competing now against Strategy B. This is Trump's right-hand man, the Commerce Secretary. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to the trade announcement, which was massive. So we're going to listen to this first, where Trump tells the public, buy stocks now. Now, people are like, what about crypto? He's saying go buy. What do you think they're doing right now? What do you think's happening in the dark pools behind the scene, guys? They are stacking their bags. I really believe that this is all planned out. Jerome Powell held rates for a reason. They're probably going to drop them in June, because think about it, all the other countries are dropping rates, but America isn't. Isn't that weird? UK dropped rates, Japan dropped rates. China's just printing at 300%. They're going to turn these printing machines on full blast. This is a worldwide cooperation thing. The M2 money supply is going to increase, and your stocks and your crypto is going to go through the roof. But what goes up must come down. So we have to prepare for the new system. Okay, so let's watch this. Check this out.
Federal Reserve Chairman, Mr. President, says that you would have to call him for a meeting. Do you plan to meet with him? And what do you think about him?
It's like talking to a wall. He should be.
I'm not cutting. The Bank of England cut.
Well, the Bank of England cut. China cut. Everybody's cutting, but him. It's I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's a shame. I call him Too Late. Too Late Powell. That's his nickname, and it's a shame. It's ridiculous. So meeting, he's always too late. But in this case, it's not going to matter that much, because our country is so strong. We're so powerful in terms of economic strength and what we've done. And I'll tell you what, if we didn't have our first term, you wouldn't be. We created things in the first term. We cut more regulations than any president in history. We cut the taxes more than anybody in history. And a very big factor is going to be the tax bill that we have right now, the one big beautiful bill, as we call it, which is all encompassing, the biggest tax cuts ever in history, bigger than even the first time. And the incentives, even great for the UK, because it'll make us so strong that we're going to be doing more business with you. It's a very important element for.
This was huge yesterday, guys. The deal with the UK, it was the first trade deal. Okay. That was the first trade deal. So now you're going to start to see countries, which are companies, are going to come to the table. And so over the next, it's probably take a good 6, 7, 8 months, right? You're going to see all these countries and all these trade deals are going to be favorable, and it's going to make these markets start to pump. Pay attention.
Taxes for every aspect, regulation cuts. That bill is, I believe it's the biggest bill of its kind ever in the history of this country. And Speaker Johnson and Leader Thune have done an incredible job. I mean, I'll let you know, we have to get a vote, but we have a lot of support for that bill. And if that happens on top of all of these trade deals that we're doing, this country will hit a point that you better go out and buy stock now. Let me tell you, this country will be like a rocket ship that goes straight up. This is going to be numbers that nobody's ever seen before.
I would yield that warning, guys, and we are. We're putting our money where our mouth is. I am living lean and mean, and I've done that since 2020, and I am buying assets, deflationary assets. I'm stacking my Bitcoin and XRP. You don't have to do that. That's what I'm doing. Okay. I'm stuffing money in my cash value life insurance for protection. Okay. I'm working my dividend ETF strategy. I'm creating cash flow. When I get cash flow, I just got paid my dividends, and I transmute that back into Bitcoin and XRP. I'm waiting for this on the back end of the year. This year will be life-changing for our families, okay? I also want you to listen to, because I want you to pay attention to how powerful Howard Lutnick is. He's a big part of this, guys. They are going to make America the big crypto. Now, this isn't about Bitcoin, but this is the conversation with the UK. And I just want to keep tying back how powerful Howard Lutnick or Lutnick.
Over those 80 years, as you know, Donald, when it comes to defense and security and intelligence sharing, of course, there are no two countries that are closer than our two countries. And now we take this into new and important territory by adding trade and the economy to the closeness of our relationship. It is built, as you say, on those notions of fairness and reciprocal arrangements. We've always had a fair and balanced arrangement between our countries. This builds on that, hugely important for sectors like car manufacturing and for steel and aluminium and so many others. And yes, we can finish ironing out some of the details, but there's a fantastic platform here, including, of course, on the tech side, where I think I'm right in saying we're the only two Western countries with trillion-dollar sectors when it comes to tech. And in the end, it comes down to, as you say, Donald, economic security is national security. On national security, we've been absolutely the closest of allies for so many years, keeping the peace through that close alliance, that friendship. And now we add to that this deal on trade and the economy. And I want to thank you for your leadership on that, Donald, and for the way in which your team have negotiated this. And I'm so pleased that we've got this deal, we've finalized it, and we've built an incredible platform for the future. So thank you so much. Donald, I'm now going to go and do a press conference. I think you have your press in with you. But on the details, I think if you've got Howard, we can deal with that through one of my team.
Okay, so Howard's this deal guy, man. Howard's this deal guy. I'm watching what Howard Lutnick's doing. Lutnick, am I saying it wrong? Is it Lutnick? Lutnick? Anyways, Howard, we'll call him Howard, okay? So I'm watching what Howard is doing. I'm watching what Cantor is doing. We're watching what SoftBank is doing, watching what Strategy B is doing, and I'm following the strategy at a small level personally, which made me a millionaire in crypto. I also strategically position my businesses, cash flowing businesses and dividends so that we can keep transmuting it back. We also did this with our company as well. So along that lines, there was tons of news that came out. So we actually used Stripe for our companies, introducing stablecoin financial. And I remember they were like so against crypto and all that stuff. Slow down. Introducing stablecoin financial accounts, hold a stablecoin balance, send and receive funds with fiat and crypto rails. I mean, it just keeps coming, guys. Bullish. Missouri set to become the first state to exempt capital gains on tax and stocks, crypto and real estate. Whew. Breaking. Oregon just signed a bill into law that allows people to use crypto, collateral loans. Good Morning Crypto posted this. Abs, the greatest host in human history. Breaking. Florida pharmaceutical distributor Wellgist Health will integrate XRP as treasury payments asset in a $50 million financing deal. Utility has entered the chat. And Brad Garlinghouse, we saw this with Scott Bessent yesterday. For stablecoins and other digital assets to thrive globally, the world needs America's leadership. The Senate missed the opportunity yesterday. This is all political, guys. It's gross. It's nasty. The Democrats are scratching, trying to take out Trump's agenda. And it's gross, man. The left is dying off. And I'm not talking physically, and I'm not talking people. I'm talking metaphysically, right? It's left, worldly, greedy, gross, non-transparent. And it's just it's like a bully trying to swing and do their last things. So Brad Garlinghouse posted about it. Stable coins are exploding globally for their real world application. The sheer amount of recent announcements across crypto and fintech, traditional finance should indicate as such. The sooner the US can pass workable, clear rules, the faster it reaps the benefits of technology. Okay. Here's what I think is happening. We saw the ISO get delayed a little bit. We saw the Ripple case go 5 years, coming up on 5 years. It kept getting delayed, everything. I really believe behind the scenes, they're all working to get it set up. And it's like, okay, next move, right? We're getting really, really close to the new system. Okay. And so I just stay calm. I calmly work on cash flow, not cash flow. I take that cash flow, I put it into appreciating assets. I love Bitcoin and XRP, Solana, HBAR, ADA. I'm just sharing with you some of the things I'm in, VChain. But XRP and Bitcoin are my top 2 holdings, and I will continue to hold those as my top 2 holdings. The reason why is I'm using Bitcoin as a store of value. I will never sell my Bitcoin. Okay, that's a bank. Okay, then I have my XRP, which I love XRP. I'm an ex-banker. I understand it, and I believe it's going to radically transform the financial system. Okay, I'm using those both as deflationary assets. Daily, I buy it every single day, dollar cost average. I don't care what the price is. It comes out of my account. Buy it every day. Every Wednesday and Friday when I get paid by my cash generating businesses that I created with the profits in crypto. I didn't buy Lambos, Ferraris, big houses. We built massive ecosystems outside of cryptocurrency with our cash, and we created cash generating assets. Then we scaled the businesses. So now I just like the richest man in Babylon, or not, sorry, cash flow quadrant. I scaled the businesses where now I'm not in the businesses. I run the businesses, and I get paid by my businesses Wednesday and Friday. So every Wednesday and Friday, weekly, I transmute that into the markets. If the markets are down, I buy a little bit more XRP and Bitcoin. If the markets aren't down, I go into my dividend ETF strategy. Actually, I still do that every week. So those dividends pay me monthly. Then there's a monthly strategy. Monthly, I get paid by my dividends. I just got paid 2 payments for my dividends. I take 30%, I put it away for taxes. I put that into Bitcoin and XRP. And then monthly, I'm stuffing money into my legacy bank, which is my cash value life insurance. So I have cash flow, appreciating assets, protection, which is the foundation. That's my biggest thing for my family, which I can protect, compound, grow, and leverage. Okay. Then I have the leverage component. I can leverage my Bitcoin. I can leverage my insurance policies. Okay. And so what we work to do is create that kingdom so we can have freedom. Okay. Freedom is where you don't have to rely on anybody for your financial needs, where your assets are paying for liabilities, right? There's active income and passive income, right? Passive is a dividend ETF. Like that's passive. I don't clean the buildings. I don't have to be in meetings. All of my business, even though they're scaled and I'm not in the business operating them, they're active. I have 6 meetings after this, right? So it's like they're active income. Okay. I'm not in the business anymore, but those are active. So I'm taking active income, I'm transmuting into assets that I can pull profits down the risk pyramid, and I can secure, compound, and grow and retire tax free, lock in these tax rates. And then also I'm taking that money and transmuting it. So eventually I'll have enough cash generating assets where it pays for my net debts and non-negotiables. Right. So then I never have to rely on anybody or any active income to survive. That's the key. That's freedom. In America, we've been taught to go to school, get a job, rely on somebody else, build somebody else's dream, get paid in somebody else's debt, transmute that debt into a 401k, save a little bit every single month, and hopefully you'll retire with $1 million at 4% at $40,000 in retirement income. You set it and forget it. Your financial advisor never reaches out to you. That sucks. That doesn't work anymore. That system is broken. We can't just go, oh, I hope I can get Social Security. We have to wake up and we have to take sovereignty of our wealth. So if you need any support doing that, so I have a whole team ready to help you. If you want to learn about Bank on Yourself, infinity banking concept, how we set up family banks, how we insure our cash, how we secure our family using life insurance, cash value life insurance. You can set up an appointment with my team down below in the description of this video on YouTube, or click my social media platform. That I have my own firm called Freedom Insurance, and we help people free consultation to help you break that down. I also have the 3T Warrior Academy. We've helped 300,000, there will be 300,000 at some point, 11,300 people get their shit together. So you'll see Coach JV Academy, 3T Warrior Academy down below, subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision creation, market calls, live calls, breaking down the 5P framework and helping you understand how to fish. Okay. Everybody's like, here's a fish. Here's what to do. It's how to fish so your family can break free from this just over broke paradigm. I'd love to see you inside. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Let's go.